Hello, my name is Dennis. I'm a former Comcast employee, and today I'm going to be exposing anything related to Comcast as far as working conditions, how to get deals, so on and so forth. The first thing I'm going to discuss is my life with Comcast. I was a sales rep at a local Xfinity store here in my hometown where I conducted business with anyone that were to walk in the doors of the building. We would do anything from new sales to trading out equipment to billing, troubleshooting, whatever. Anything Comcast related, people would come in to see us. We would be the go-to source if people didn't want to call in to the call center. They would come to us to deal with their issues. Um, my interactions with customers varied. For the most part, I was pretty decent with all of my customers, I would say. The thing is when you're working a commission-based job, you are basically conducting your own paycheck on how well you interact with customers and how able you are to sell. Um, my biggest accomplishment would be selling home security, phone, and TV service. Um, Pretty much any customer in this day and age wants internet, so that wasn't too great of a feat to say you were number one with internet sales. That's pretty much a give me, and that's how they actually broke down the commission. Is they would pay you more for the harder lines of business to obtain. So in this very order, it would be home security as number one, phone as number two, video or TV as number three, and internet as number four. Those are the four basic lines of business to get a commission check. Um, the commissions vary month to month. It's based on if you're part-time or full-time. Full-timer is going to make less, but typically they get benefits and whatnot. But the part-timer is where I was very comfortable with what I made. I actually racked in about 75,000 a year. I was a top 5 percentile for Comcast. I earned a status called Elite, where they flew me down to Vegas this past was it past spring, uh, just as a thank you for all your hard work. Um, I mean, Comcast has thousands upon thousands of employees, and they treated the top 5 to this all expense paid trip. Um, as far as the commissions go, like I said, being a top 5, my pay was great. I was part time, so I was only working 30 hours a week, and I knew how to sell people. Just to give you an idea, home security, you'd average between 120 to 150 dollars per home security. Um, that would be a connected home security. You can't just pop a home security on someone's account and expect a payout. They have to get it installed. It has to complete to get a commission on it. Phone, that would pay roughly, I don't know, 25 bucks per phone. And in an average month, I would get anywhere from 30 to 50 phones, so I'll let you do the math on that. Um, TV, it didn't matter which TV service you sold. I mainly did the limited basic because it was the easiest to sell, and you could pair it up really easily with the internet service. There's a service called Internet Plus. It's a double play. It's typically around $59.99 a month, and depending on the promo we had going on at the time, if I want to get a little bit extra spiff on it, I would do a higher tiered internet speed. That would get you another dollar or two for each internet sign up, which internet sign-ups in general would be anywhere from $5 to $10. I'm not sure if I touched on TV, but that would be around 10, $15. Um, with that being said, my commission checks I would bring home would range anywhere from 2,500 to 5,000 a month, depending on how well I did and how many home securities connected. Um, Home securities could be canceled at the door. They could be called in and canceled. Um, Main thing is following up with the customers that canceled just to seal the deal. If they canceled it after it's installed, doesn't matter. You get the commission on it. So that was a hot point to make with customers is you could tell them that there's a 30-day money back guarantee. Um, as far as getting a discount goes, this goes out to the customers out there looking to score a deal with Comcast. First and foremost, I want to say if you want to get a discount and you're an existing customer, do not go into the Xfinity store, period. If you go in there, they're just there to upsell you. That's all we did. Maybe, every once in a while someone feel bad for you and want to cut you a deal because your promo ended, but most likely you would be leaving the store with another service. If you have no intention on doing that, if it doesn't benefit you, don't go into the store. Call the call center. They have a department specifically for retention and loyalty, and that's what we would tell customers just to push them away. We didn't want to deal with any of that BS, so we would tell them to call the call center, talk to retention, and they will cut you a deal. And that's 100% true. You call them, tell them you're going to switch providers or just thinking about canceling. They're going to try to get you a better deal. And I hate to be sounding like I'm sexist, but if you get a female on the line, they're more inclined to cut you a deal than a male. To be honest, this also goes for in-store too. If you're an intimidating male, you're most likely going to get a deal. Simple as that. If you get a guy on the other line or someone that knows the name of the game, they're not going to fall for your BS. They're not even going to touch your account, because if an employee touches your account, they're going to get a survey call on it. And what I mean by touching account is typing in notes, making a change to the account, or basically anything related to a change on someone's account. Most of the time I didn't touch anyone's accounts because my customer survey score was very important to me, and I always strived to be the best. That was also a criteria for the elite status. You had to be above a 80 percentile for positive feedback to be in this 5% to have this all expense paid trip to Vegas, is where we went just recently. Another option for getting a discount is changing your name on your account. I'm not saying you personally, because they do a credit check. They check your social security number and all that, and if they see that the social security number was in use, and you're just basically changing your name but using the same social, it's not going to work. Your name doesn't matter, essentially. It's the social security number that matters. So make sure you have good credit. If not, you do have to pay deposit. So however you decide to do this, whether it be a spouse, a girlfriend, boyfriend, a friend, a roommate, that's how you get a deal. Is when your promo is ended, you get someone else to sign up. It doesn't matter. The only risk is if it's someone that you don't plan on staying with for a long amount of time, they can essentially move out and take that deal with them. But as a benefit is you can re-sign up service under your name as long as someone else had service there and you're all clear from debts and all that good stuff, you'll be able to score a new deal. And the reason they do that is they get a commission on new customers. So that's that part of it. Last thing is don't be rude. Doesn't matter if you're in store, over the phone, or whatever. If you're going to be rude to somebody, they're not going to help you out. That's a simple rule of thumb. That's everyday life. If you're rude to somebody, they're going to be rude back. They're not going to help you out. So don't be a dick. Don't say, "Oh, I want to talk to someone that speaks English." I mean, the call center, yeah, there is some overseas call centers, but they're going to help you just as well as the next guy, as long as you're nice about it. That's pretty much all the advice I have for that. If you guys had more questions on working for Comcast or being on the other end as a customer, I can pretty much tell you anything you need to know. The video's gone pretty much long enough. I might make another one after this with more details depending on the questions that are asked, but hopefully that was enough advice to give employees and customers alike of Comcast.